And then after you understand that, also understand there's two ways of getting into the game, because one side, people are just gonna know people, so they get plugged in on the best clubs and whatever and didn't really do anything. But then on the other side, you know, I think back to being in Seattle and putting money up to get into a venue just to do that. But then if you stay down through that process and keep grinding, you know, flash forward, be on top of the tallest building in the city looking down at all the buildings that told you no.
How are you doing? This is SongLab Live. I'm Earl Alex, and we are back with people you need to get to know. And we're gonna mix it up a little bit. You know, we have artists, industry professionals, but we wanna bring you all the parts of the game to put you in the best position in case you're creative, like the people we bring on to this show. So I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for joining us. And we got a good group of people you are just gonna want to connect with, not only to hear their playlist, but also if you are an artist and creative that watch our show for the tips, the advice, and to see who's actually functioning in the city. These are the ones. So I'm gonna allow them to introduce themselves, and we're gonna start on the far, what is it? You're looking at it, left. Let's go ahead and get to it.
All right. My name is DJ Bossy B. It's your girl from Southern California. Been residing in Arizona for about 10 years now, though. But yeah, it's DJ Bossy. I'm open format DJ. You probably see me around Arizona here and there, but I love what I do, and I'm here to, make it happen.
Awesome. Who's next to you?
It's your boy D Spin, coming from Seattle, also open format DJ. Follow me on all social media platforms, DJ_D Spin. And shout out to SongLab for getting us in here. Much love. This is a great opportunity. We appreciate y'all.
100%. Now, who's this guy sitting next to me? You know me?
It's none other than DJ Benz. Feel me? Born in Brooklyn, raised in Philly. As you can see my shirt, everything's a John. You know what I mean? Follow me, the DJ Benz, open format DJ. Been living in Arizona for about 8 years, but I travel around the country, Denver, Atlanta, Miami. And my slogan is, I will not disappoint your ears. I stand by it. I guarantee it. And we right here with the Silk Soul Sessions and SongLab. So what we doing.
Yeah. You heard a little bit of what it is, but really, how the hell do we have 3 spin masters in the building that do their thing consistently? And let me get what your preferred, from you guys, what your preferred DJing situation of choice is, you know what I'm saying, real quick, so people can know, look, I'm gonna hit up that DJ for that DJ for that. What is it that y'all do individually, and maybe a unique thing that y'all do as DJs? Go ahead, we start with you, Bossy.
For me, I love festivals. That's like where I love to be. However, that's not always the occasion. I would say that 70% of my gigs per year are weddings, because that's kind of my niche. That's where the money's at too, corporate events and weddings and things like that. But, I love doing bars. I love doing pools. I love to do everything as long as music's involved. So, yeah, that's me.
100%.
I like that. I think something that goes with all of us DJs is just that we're super versatile. But like for myself, I would definitely say, and the reason kind of why I'm here with these 2 other DJs is definitely R&B. If I could be doing a set in a beautiful setting with some good R&B, I'm good. I love, just some beautiful vocals. So if you're out in Arizona or nearby, you got some vocals and you're ready to put some work in, tap in with us.
Ooh, that DJ make you spin the block.
Come on.
You got no R&B was.
Let's go. Come on.
Man, thou cannot put me in a box. You can't put me in a box, man. Like Bollywood, reggae, Afrobeats, J-pop, don't matter. Like, I'm gonna spin anything because, music is a universal language. But I definitely love festivals. If you see my name and you see my face and it's familiar, you probably seen me at your strip clubs, because I was doing strip clubs around the country and around here. But I kind of switched this year to like weddings and corporate events and festivals. But it really don't matter where I'm at. You put me somewhere, I'm a rock it. But as I get older, R&B, Afrobeats, the music that touched your soul, that's what, makes me happier. And I feel like the happier I am, the better the vibe is gonna be that I'm gonna put out. So that's why it's a blessing to hook up with my friends over here and then do something that's, really for the soul for everybody, man.
Really, I think that brings about a good question just in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I am not a DJ. I can make a playlist, and it might sound like a high school playlist, love letter or something like that. Like, it ain't gonna be a great one. It's just gonna be, yeah, you know what I mean? How we used to, because I did make some on cassette too. Like just running it on dubbing from one cassette to another and just keep it going. But that's as far as I got, because I also used to sample using cassettes and then, put the microphone tool, bring it into the computer and do my thing there. But
you ever recorded your favorite song like on an answer machine on your phone and be like,
what? Well, I did before you had the ringtones.
Yeah.
Before you had the ringtones, you had to kind of do it like that, like boop, and then you know what I mean. You play the song on there. But it brings up a good question, like, where does, when you're DJing a set, when you're at a gig, no matter the type of gig, where does the vibe come from? Does it come from your pre-selected music? Does it come from your feeling of the day? Does it come from just your ingenuity in the moment of picking the right song based on the audience? Like, where does that vibe come from? How do you bring that together, and how do you command that as a DJ? You know what I'm saying?
Of all of it, right?
Yeah. It depends on the event, I mean, not gonna play trap music at, a pool, maybe with some families there and stuff like that, you feel me? So it just depends on the event, I feel. I think as a DJ, we all kind of start off with a vibe that we think's gonna fit, but that can change at any moment, depending on the clientele, and then sometimes the request. And not all DJs take requests. Sometimes I don't take requests. It just depends on, once again, the event. But if somebody comes over and they're asking for something completely different than what I'm playing right now, if it fits the vibe, I'm gonna squeeze it in. If it doesn't, it may not get played. But sometimes your clientele is the best opportunity for you to adapt to a vibe. So that's just my personal opinion. But
I think especially when it comes to the pre-selected, especially when you come with DJs like this that are experienced and know what they're doing, a big part of it too is just seeing that the DJ is really into what they're doing and that they prepared and that they curated something that goes along with whatever the event is. Because I think all three of us, we're doing weddings, corporate, club, like we do all of the above. So the audience has to be able to tell, okay, this DJ spent some time curating this exact vibe. You feel me?
Yeah. Don't forget radio. We do that too.
Oh, yeah.
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 We do radio as well. Honestly, it's a concoction of everything, but what I kind of want to narrow in is like music knowledge. You really got to get to know what you're about to play. Like, if you're gonna do an R&B event, but you're just gonna play, I don't know, 3 or 4 songs over and over again, that's all you know, or all you know is Chris Brown and Michael Jackson, you're not gonna go so far. Like, so in order to really be a successful DJ, is like, you really got to know the music, really explore and indulge in the art that you're really about to supply to the people.
Yeah.
Like, really, like a good DJ plays what they want to hear. A great DJ is going to play the song that they didn't know that they want to hear.
Yes.
That's how you really get them.
They're looking it up on their phone.
Yeah.
Like, what song is this?
That's how you know you got them.
1 second, we are gonna pause, not because the Roadcaster needed to be recorded, because we actually do not have an SD card in the Roadcaster. So that's okay. Everything is fine, because everything is just gonna go straight to the card. But I'm also gonna take your mic, move it a little bit down like this, so it's pointed more directly at your mouth. Just make sure it's.
I had to pass it in there.
All right, you're good. No, yeah, he did. He's good. He was just letting me know.
That was real. I ain't gonna hold you. Notice it. Like, yeah.
Yep. Could you just send a text to Fleet to let him know at about what time? How far?
It's 5 minutes and 36 seconds.
So at about 4 minutes in, that there was that there needs to be a break edit because we had to pause. All right. Thank you. Okay. We could jump right back into it. So I won't need them to reintroduce their names or nothing, just so you know. All right. We could jump right back into it. Cool. So my thought is that, like, cause I'm a person who's gonna be on the side listening to the music there in the event, vibing with the people. So I'm thinking, okay, the vibe comes from yourself. The way you show up is what you show out, right? You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm thinking wrong. It seems a little bit more technical. It seems like you gotta know what's in your catalog. And I don't know, it kind of hit my mind, but it's like, don't dig in sunken crates. So like, don't dig in crates you don't know what's in there. You feel me? You like, you don't know this song, you don't know how it's gonna go, and people don't know how they gonna take it because you ain't knowledgeable about what you got in your catalog. So that's kind of what I took from what you guys are saying. Let me know a little bit from each of you. What has influenced you or inspired you to become such lovers of music to where you want to put it together for other people? You know what I mean? Like you extend yourself, you extend, you know, what you like, as well as you take it to that technical place of, I can set aside my tastes and I can outfit your event. So what brought you into this DJ thing, made you fall in love with it at that level, you know?
For me, it's been just being raised around music. I grew up with music in the house, and my parents are divorced. I have no recollection of them ever being together. But one thing I do remember is music. So my mom, being from New York, she's still in New York. I don't even know how I was born in California, to be honest with you, because she's still in New York. But
So New York by blood.
I'm telling you, like, my brother's out there. Shout out to EJ, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom. But, you know, yeah, they're East Coast heads, you know, and just growing up, you know, in the you know, the skyscrapers and things like that. I remember being in the buildings and listening to music outside, listening to music in the house. And my parents liked to party, you know what I'm saying? So it was always something happening every weekend. Then I went to stay with my dad in LA, same vibe, you know what I'm saying? He was a part of a motorcycle club. So him and his boys every weekend, they was turning up, you know what I'm saying? And literally we would have 50 to 60 people in our house and music is just going. Then there's the weekend mornings, you wake up, Soul Train's on. The music being played in the house while breakfast is being cooked. So I just grew up with an eclectic, large amount of music. A lot of funk, a lot of soul, a lot of, you know, not really hip hop, but the throwbacks, the Prince, the Michael, the Rick James, you know, all the goodies. So that's what inspired me to get into DJing, because I just love music. So it's like, how am I going to incorporate this into my life to where I can make an income off of it? And DJ is definitely that for me. So if you don't do what you love, then why do it, right? So
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. For me, I would say similar. Music's always been in my life for sure. But when I started taking it like a little into my own hands, outside of just like making playlists like we're talking about, I would say I was a sophomore in high school playing football, and I just got like a free software, like a free production DAW software. Just started making some simple loop type beats, and I was just the thought of being able to pull the instruments and put it into its own beat, that got me so excited. And then it actually wasn't until later I was doing a lot of merch, and when I would do drops for the merch when I was in college, I wanted to get like underground talent of different cultures and kind of get us all together and celebrate. And I was kind of trying to play different positions within the events, especially when it was early. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I actually like the DJ part, and the DJ controller looks pretty dope. So let me learn a little bit about that. And then, like Bossy said, you gotta eventually monetize it, because you gotta do what you love and you gotta make a living off of it. So now it's just coming into, it doesn't even feel like work for me sometimes when I'm DJing events, because it's just, I don't know if y'all feel that, but it's so fun for me now. So yeah.
I gotta go before I was DJing. First of all, I'm born in Flatbush, Brooklyn. If you know anything about Flatbush, Brooklyn, that is a Caribbean place, like outside the Caribbean, like, cause you know I'm Haitian, so everywhere on the block, cars are blasting with their music, with the compa, with the zouk, with the reggae and whatnot. Like I was hearing that before I heard any type of music. I was hearing that all throughout the house. My big cousin, Jean-Claude, he was a radio host. So I was kind of surrounded by that. But to get a little bit more personal, I kind of was like a shy kid growing up a little bit, or I didn't know how to project my voice per se. So it felt like music was a better way for people to understand me. So when I was like burning mixtapes for people on the block or for my friends, it was actually a way for me to communicate with people because you can't really hear what I'm saying. Or if I were to try to rap, which I suck, which is why I wasn't a rapper. So, that's how they heard me. When I was playing tenor saxophone in the junior high school band, it was like a way of people hearing me instead of me talking. So I honestly looked at music as a way of expressing myself because I didn't think at a young age that me talking or me screaming or shouting, people would understand me. But if I translate it to music, people would understand me more. Yeah. So that's kind of like how I took that with music before I even thought of DJing, before I even had the clue that I was going to be a DJ. Like music was just a form of communication for me. As well as entertainment.
What made you take it serious?
What made me take it seriously is as I got older and I started listening to the radio. So when you're in New York, it's Hot 97, Funk Master Flex and everything like that. Or old school with Red Alert or Kid Capri, as they would literally stop everything because something new is coming out or something dope is coming out. That I gravitated towards that. Or somebody on the block is like, I got something new. Like I gravitated towards that. So as I got older, I kind of like got intrigued by that. I was a fan first until I went to college and I started my career on a dare. Literally, it was a dare. Like, cause I don't commend that to college kids. And I know Bossy's son is right here. Don't do what I did in college, okay? I partied my butt off to the point where I lost my scholarship and everything. Don't do what I just did. But one thing I will say is I was partying so much that the parties got boring because they were doing the same old songs, the same old playlist, the same old shit. And then I literally sat there and I was like, yo, this thing is so boring. I think I could make a better party than this. And my roommate, who was 6'5", defensive tackle for the Bloomsburg Huskies, hi, Dave, basically was like, you're full of ish, man. I dare you. Like I could curse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're full. I'm sorry. I said you could curse when I cursed after that.
Like 15 times already.
I'm so reckless. Yeah, you so full of shit, man. I dare you, man. You ain't gonna do nothing. You really not. I'm like, all right, cool. So I had my homeboy who was on parole, who couldn't cross state lines to New Jersey, went to New Jersey, got some Everclear, got a couple homegirls to pass out flyers around the campus. And then I just had one of the popping parties in my campus, like off campus. My apartment was filled with football players, sorority girls, and everything like that. And I was like, whoa, I could really do this.
Dope.
Wow. So that I was amazed by it. And I didn't take it seriously till years later. So it was just an art of expression. It was an art of communication. It was an art of entertainment that I didn't really take seriously until after college, went on a whim, and thank God I'm here because that clearly shows that it was my path.
100%. So it was the love of the music at first, which it seems like that's the binding agent amongst all three of you. But then it was for you, Bossy, it was in your home. It was just so vibrant there that you were like, look, I'm putting this stuff together and I'm making these playlists. What introduced you to the board?
Ooh, so just watching other DJs, I grew up in the era of, watching MTV and stuff like that. The summer, I forgot the name of the summer things they used to do. It wasn't a summer jam, but MTV used to have like a summertime thing they used to be on TV, and they always had the DJs back. Spring Break, thank you. Yes, that, you got the BET. I mean, hello, I grew up watching, Def Comedy Jam. So Kid Capri was definitely a staple. Like, damn, he's tight, he's fire, the Spinderellas, things like that. So for me, it's always kind of been there, but it's like, oh, I don't have the equipment, I'm still kind of young. And then back in the day, I thought, well, there's really no money, being a DJ unless you're like a big time DJ. My brain couldn't wrap around just being, an ordinary bar or club or wedding DJ and making money. To me, there was no money in that. I just didn't do my research. So I was a corporate manager for a long time, 15 years before I went into DJing. And just a quick story, once my company split from our major, headquarters, our corporate office, that's when I quit because things just changed for me. So it went to, being corporate to doing what I actually love. How am I going to incorporate music into my life right now and make that profitable? Well, let me go ahead and try DJing out again. Let me do some investigation this time and really look into how much are DJs making if you're not a headlining DJ, if you're not a big time DJ, starting at scratch. And I taught myself. I'm self-taught as a DJ, but then I went out, bought a board, got to teaching myself, got to learning what these buttons do, how to mix, how to, beat match, all that, because the music's here.
Yeah,
I have a crate full of music in my head that won't leave, but how do I get that onto this platform of this board and this laptop? So I had to literally self-invest in myself and say, I'm gonna make this shit happen, and that's what happened. So in California, that's what started me off. I'm born in Inglewood, raised in Southern California, but I did grow up in Long Beach, if that makes sense too. So I was around all the gang activity, what I'm saying, low riders. I mean, low riders and east siders. I was around the hoodlums, let me tell you. So, just incorporating, the hood music into, putting that with a little bit of more, eclectic, a little bit more, R&B, as you were saying, trying to mash things together. So that's what kind of got me going, was just going ahead and just saying, I'm gonna get my feet wet. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
You went from the corporate to the club like a good weekend.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I hear that.
I think it's incredible that you're in Long Beach, with the low riders and everything.
And the east siders.
I grew up where there was nothing but Timberland boots and like Hot Rods projects and, people doing, pull-ups on the stoplight.
Yeah, we had that too. Yeah, we had pull-ups on the stoplights, but they was wearing Chuck Taylors, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't wearing just different flavors. Yeah, absolutely.
So you started kind of after your corporate life.
Yeah.
And DJ Spin, you started finding your way through college, like, hey, what do I want to do? We're doing these parties and stuff. And then you found that DJing was the position that suited you best. And then from there, you started taking it more serious. What was like an obstacle, or what did you overcome to actually turn it into that monetized thing that you can do and not have to always rely on, say, like a gig or a job or something? And if you did, then how long did you do that until you felt like, all right, I can do this?
I think the hardest part in being a DJ, maybe even artists in general, is building the foundation of the reputation of your name, basically. So those first few events, and for me, I literally, like for my first event, I rented out just like the lobby of a holistic healing center, because in Seattle, she just gave a great deal. People did different events in there, raves and stuff. So I was like, it's a cheap price. I'll start doing that. And at that time, I was still doing the merch. So in my mind, it was still for the merch drop, but music was still a major part of it, because I had pulled up, I was running off an interface, basically what you should use to record stuff. And I had some people pull up and record on the mic. Shout out to some of the underground talent in Seattle. It's unreal. Isaiah Banks, actually, if you guys want to check him out, he's got some of the craziest vocals I ever heard. And then from there, I think that was like the biggest obstacle, was like just getting into that first door, because that was the most difficult it was ever going to be. And I still loved it. I still had like the best time of my life. Like that's still one of my favorite events. So after that, I was just like, all right, what's the next move? I'm ready. Let's get it.
It turned your perception to like, hold up, I know there's gold. Like I'm gonna keep digging, because I know there's gold. So that's awesome. I think coming to the realization of this isn't just an option. This is the avenue I'm gonna take. Like getting committed to it is a big thing. And DJ Benz, you grew up around music, and you said you got tired of hearing Kumbaya number 5 at every party you went to. You know what I mean? Like it was like, look, this is just repetitive. I could do better. I could actually share, all of the music that I grew up with and everything that I know. And being in such a vibrant musical atmosphere, what did you do to gain your unique footing and to really start to branch out as a DJ and get hired?
So that was now I'm gonna pick up the story from when I got kicked out of school. So got kicked out of school. Yeah, that was 2007. That was a bad year. I got kicked out of school. I got arrested. Like looking at jail, all that other stuff, right? And then I literally sat there, was like, yo, my life is spiraling out of control. Like, I gotta do something. Like, I'm broke. I don't got a degree. What I gotta do? So of course I went back to school. Yeah, I'm no dummy. I got a college degree. Yes. Yeah. Business. Okay. Business administration and management. So I had to say that.
Let's go.
And other than that, I was like, okay, I'm broke. So what do I do? All right, well, I know how to DJ. So let me try that. So, a couple of classmates had birthdays. So I figured do some birthday parties, see what they did. And the greatest promotion is word of mouth. So you do a great job. Now they're telling other people about what you did. And now they're going to hire you, and word travels fast, especially in the streets. And then on top of that, I was doing mixtapes. So I would just take a topic or take an artist and do the best of, scratch, mix, blend, package it up in a CD, press copies, and just sell them. Just, hand by hand. Sometimes I went to the corner store, the bodega, and then they sell my CDs. And shout out to Black and Nobel. They definitely helped me out. And that spread, my word travels fast after that, until it got to the point where, people on the radio was mentioning my name. And it just takes little by little by little. Like, you're not going to just become a famous DJ or a known DJ overnight. It's going to take months, years of consistent grind before people start to really notice you. And by that time, that I was so knee deep in, it was like, okay, I guess this is my path, and I just went with it, and it just kept on going ever since. Like, I haven't lived in Philly in 8 years, and I could still get a gig out there. That shocks me. Like, seriously, it shocks the hell out of me. I'm like, wait a minute, this is 8 years. This is a whole generation. How am I still relevant? People still calling me saying, hey, can you DJ this birthday party? I'm like, bro, I'm going to LA next week. I'm sorry. So, but that's what it does. It's just consistent grinding, like little by little, word of mouth, and just always put yourself out there.
Now, all three of you are DJs in your own right. You guys get booked. You guys do good work out here. Why have y'all came together? I mean, shouldn't you guys be competing? Shouldn't you guys be fighting each other for business? Is the DJ atmosphere really that friendly?
I could
Let's go.
I can start with this one. So, I think for me personally, and I know with these two amazing people as well, like, we value community a lot. And as soon as I got here to Arizona, I started hitting up DJs. I was like, all right, who's going to be my squad now that I'm not in Seattle? I need to get a new crew. So I hit up Bossy, and so we hopped on a call, and I just broke some of this down to her. I was like, I'm trying to build community. And Bossy was like, you know what? I might know a DJ, Benz, that's on the same wavelength, trying to build like a family. Because it is bad what you're saying, like with being competitive. I think it might be more so with artists, but of course it is with DJs too, because business gets involved, money gets involved. But at the end of the day, we're gonna feed each other opportunities if we're family. If I don't have a gig and I know they could cover it, boom, I'm gonna send it to them, and then that's the money right back in our pocket. So we building a family.
Would you guys like to speak to the family? Let me hear from the family members.
Oh, he's right though. So I got the DM from this long-haired dude. I was like, who's this? Who's this cat right here? Because my DMs, they stay flooded. I'm not trying to toot my horn or nothing, but I'll be real. Like, a lot of stuff I don't even open. I'm just like, I don't even know what this is. Like, I'm not opening this right here. Anyway, ignore it. But I was like, okay, little DJ spin. Let me see what's going on here. And I was like, okay, I like what I'm seeing. Once we jumped on the call, I was like, his vibe is cool. Like, I'm feeling the vibe. And we kind of both had things in common when it comes to like meditation and like frequencies. Just our conversation was on the same path. So I felt like this is for a reason. Like, I really believe in things happening for a reason. People don't just enter your circle or enter your space without a reason, whether that be negative or positive sometimes, but sometimes it's for a reason. Sometimes it can be a learning lesson. But you know, for what we have right now, I mean, it's the trifecta. We doing our thing right now. So it was only right that I brought Benz in, because I'm like, we need the energy. You know what I'm saying? We need the Aki John.
Aki John. Bring that energy, Benz.
We need a little razzle dazzle.
Why they need your energy, Benz?
Aki John, no. I'm gonna have to teach her. I'm gonna teach you some lingo. I'm gonna teach y'all some lingo after this. Yeah.
That sounds like a new sauce from Philly. Like a new Philly sauce. It's the Aki John sauce.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when we clip this, a lot of these Philly people gonna be tagging me, be like, "Yo, what is this song talking about, yo?"
I apologize to everyone in Philadelphia.
Chill. I got this. We good. Yeah. So she just hit me up because me and Bossy, we knew each other before. I got to meet this amazing guy, D Spin. You're amazing too. Okay.
Thank you,
So,
brother. Thank you.
So you know, we was kind of like networking too, because it was crazy, because we was building the same frequency that D Spin and Bossy was talking about. Because you know, I kind of like got to know Bossy when we was in the Southwest Alliance and everything, because we have a call every Tuesday. You know, just breaking records like independent and major. She was part of that. And then I just see her like, you know, doing her thing. And that's the thing about me. Like, you know, since, you know, I got some self-love and I got love in my heart, if I see somebody doing good, I'm going to congratulate them. I'm going to be like, yo, I see you, keep doing your thing. And that it was several DMs about that, right? I'm like, yo, I see you doing your thing, keep doing your thing. And she would do the same thing. Like, oh, I see you doing your, you know what? Yo, we got to meet up at some point. Yeah. So we met up. What is it? Social House?
Yeah.
Okay.
Social House. It closed down though. You know?
Soho.
Soho was cool, and the chicken was cool, even though I had to wait like 40 minutes for it. But anyway, so he was cool and chilling like that. And then that's when she was like, "Yo, I think we got something going on. I need you to meet this dude right here." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then that's when I met D Spin, and it was crazy because, like she said, everything happens for a reason. You know it happens for a reason when you don't even have to try.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
When the first conversation, it literally flowed like water. It wasn't like, you know, we was forcing something. Or
right.
It literally felt natural.
Yeah. It didn't feel like pressure. It was like you said, it was natural. It was natural.
It's alignment right there.
Yeah.
Alignment.
And that's how we know, like, yo, it makes a lot of sense to do this. And not to mention, like, we need to do something like this, period. I mean, we're in Arizona, we're in Phoenix, so, you know, we're focused on Phoenix now, but no, we need to do this, period. Like, no disrespect to hip hop. Like, you know, we have a lot of showcases, a lot of DJs doing their thing with shows and whatnot, and yeah, that's awesome. Keep doing it, but where's the ones for the R&B?
Right.
Where's the one for, like, neo soul? Where's the one for the Afrobeats? You know how many times people be flying at Phoenix and be calling me and be like, "Hey, where the R&B places at?" And I struggle to find an answer. Well, not no more.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, let me know what you guys decided to do after that talk. What came out of you guys meeting? What is the Captain Planet to your Earth, air?
I was gonna say
fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Look, I had the air and fire because we told
twins activated.
Right.
You feel me?
I would say, like the highest part where we all are aligning is, this goes back to us even becoming DJs, is how do we monetize our soul's purpose and how do we benefit the community at the same time? And we're going to be doing it through different avenues, like we're talking about podcasts, shows, radio, and whatnot. But the main thing is, you know, being good people, that we're not taking advantage of these music artists. We're giving them knowledge to build their own system, stay independent, not fall victim to a lot of these deals that artists coming up are, and supporting the right movements out here ourselves. But I would definitely say
baby oil in this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
Johnson & Johnson don't like that comment.
It's a free event.
Free events. Hey, you're the one who said you DJ'd in the strip clubs. You look. Look.
He know about that baby home.
About what events, how
I ain't bringing
deep
that.
down the rabbit hole.
I ain't bringing that to this one. Nah, there's different avenues.
Okay. I mean, that's serving the community.
It is, but that's another podcast.
That says a different podcast. Oh,
That's for another episode.
okay.
See, you're gonna have to get me high and on that liquor for that episode.
For that one?
We'll get to that.
Okay, we'll talk.
We'll get to that coming soon. But anyway, back to this. Spin the block. Let's go.
DJ spin the flag. Nah, but all right. So what I really want to get into though is one of the projects that I had the opportunity to see you guys come together and you guys are looking to put out. So let me know about what was going on that day that I saw y'all working. And it was dope because I got to see 3 DJs with their own 3 different, positions in the game. Y'all all do your own thing, but y'all really like uniting for this. And it was kind of sick. What was going on? What was going on?
Well,
Explain it to the people.
First
Let 'em
of all, we got to give a shout out to you for getting us in the space. Shout out Phoenix Center Arts, but thank you. We appreciate you. Let's start it off with that. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So we getting into our podcast. We starting our own podcast as well for Silk. So
do.
yeah, we trying to get on every avenue so people could be interacting. And we know that that's what the people want to hear as well. They don't want to just pull up to the set and just hear the music. We're trying to go deeper than that. That's like our theme is we're trying to really connect with the community. So, I mean, even being on here, which we appreciate you for that as well. We're exposing that genuine side of us to really connect with like those core audience fans that we're trying to get at.
100%. And what's the name of that podcast that I was seeing?
Silk Soul Sessions.
Silk Soul
It's about to be on
Session,
YouTube coming up soon. Tap in.
How can they find it? How can they tap in?
YouTube,
Instagram.
TikTok. We about to be on everything. So tap in Silk Soul Sessions.
Yes. Silk
Tap in.
Soul Sessions. That's what I remember that. It was kind of dope. I seen y'all had a logo and everything. Y'all was ready. Ready.
Sir.
That's about to be out there. So if I can get from each of you guys, what is either the next event or something that you have coming up that's new? Who wants to go?
We got an event coming up. We ain't locked the venue down yet. Well, almost. We're close. Very close.
Almost.
Yeah, we're very close to locking down a venue and a date and time. As soon as that happens, we're gonna blast it off to everybody. But we're definitely gonna do an event like an R&B type of event where we're showcasing some DJs. They're gonna do some nostalgic R&B sets, and at the same time, we're gonna show love to the up and coming R&B artists that's coming out of the city. That we're gonna give them the shine. For them to perform. To push the culture forward. So it's a little bit of DJing, a little bit of partying, a little bit of independent acts. Might have a comedian or two. You're gonna have my crazy ass somewhere in the mix. You're gonna have Bossy hosting. Very delicate, very professional ratchet.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah. It's in there.
I know
it's
you.
in there.
And it's just gonna be
Ratchet with the claws.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. The ratchet, but with the claws.
Because I don't know how can I put this. I mean, I don't want to say no sexy red. Maybe some sexy red twerking to some violins. I don't know. You expect something like that. So yeah, I see some people trying already. You guys, son. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Something that's really dope for people to enjoy at the end of the day. We want people to leave our event saying, "Yo, when is the next one? I really had a genuine good time," because a lot of people going through a lot of stuff in this world. Like everybody has a situation. And the goal for this event is to make you forget about it for at least 3 hours.
Yes.
Just go through memories and go through some good times.
Yep.
Yeah.
No problems, no fighting. Just feel good energy.
Yeah.
Just for 3-4 hours.
Exactly.
If we could do that, we got something.
Cool. What is there another thing for the group?
Yeah.
I want-
If I add.
can I
forget
add?
Yeah.
I want to add something.
Yeah.
Just if you're an artist, if you're an R&B artist out here in Arizona, and you are really about your work, Tap in, DM us. You can hit us on our social medias or the Silk Soul Sessions page. Tap in, we'll get you on stage and get you a good opportunity. Let's go.
And to kind of piggyback off of that, we definitely want to make sure we are targeting the local R&B artists of Arizona who don't get the opportunity to put their, their talent on Front Street. As you were saying before, there's a lot of hip hop showcases that take place. There's multiple per year in Arizona that I've seen, but you don't really see an R&B showcase. You know what I'm saying? So to give that back to the community and, like you said, to make it a frequency of just like good vibes and relaxation and forget your worries, come by with us, come enjoy the music, come bring your friends and family out just to, let's partake in good vibes, R&B music that feeds the soul. Let's go.
Hey guys, can I speak something like in existence in front of everybody? I know on shows and whatnot, and how we were talking and everything. Can we speak to existence maybe by this time next year or in 18 months from now, we can do like a Silk Soul Sessions festival?
Yes.
I'm here for it. Why not?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure.
You heard it.
Yes.
You heard it on SongLab Live. They're saying it right now, announcing the Silk Soul Festival. This time next year, they will be bringing you the Silk Soul Festival. It's the top R&B groups and maybe some notables across the nation or the world. Who knows? Let's blow it out of the frame. There will be a festival around this time next year.
Just speak it to existence.
Speak it in.
It's happening.
I'm literally just
It's happening, guys.
It's in the universe, so it has to be.
It's happening.
like we have a stage, it'll be outdoors or whatnot. Like
Yup.
people, or not outdoors? No, because it's hot.
It will be.
It wouldn't be in the summer.
It will be perfectly aligned for the time at which we have it.
Exactly.
I promise
After
that.
the Super Bowl weekend, like Valentine's weekend.
It may be.
Like February and March.
Who knows? It could be at the Glendale Cardinal Stadium. You would never know until the time comes, but it will for sure be happening, and we are all in agreement, and we are all going to be wonderfully amazed at what talent will come across that stage.
Yes.
So, at the same time, I would like to know individually what you guys got coming up. Any mixtapes, any mixes, any gigs you want to shout out, any clients you want to highlight, because I know as DJs, you guys have an affinity for the clients that are consistent, that pay, that put a priority on making sure that you can do your jobs well. And if you want to highlight them, here's a great time to do that as well. But go ahead and toot your horn a little bit, give people a good inside view as to what you got going.
Go ahead, start off, Benz.
Start with me. Stadium, August 29th, Black Rodeo Weekend. I'm DJing the Shy Arizona event. Twista and Do or Die is going to be performing at Stadium. I'm the DJ for that event. So check out Eventbrite. Get your tickets. Shout out to Shondell. Shout out to Beads. Every Friday, 90.7 FM. Got the Culture Vibes show. Got the Core DJ Retreat in Atlanta. I think we're going to be at Magic City that first weekend in September. Listen, I got so much going on. You might as well just follow me on Instagram because it's too much. If I sit here, I'm probably going to be talking to you to death. So just follow me, and I'll definitely tell you what's going on. And definitely want to shout out my clients, shout out to Direct Sounds. Oh, yeah, we got the AZ Summit too. AZ DJ, next week,
26.
AZ DJ Summit too. So shout out to Jeff Jones. So that's going down as well. So it's a lot. So just follow me, the DJ Benz. I'll not disappoint your ears, and you'll see what's going on. Yeah.
100%. No, that's beautiful. That's exactly what we want to happen. Now, DJ D, spin what you got going on and let the people know. And if you want to highlight any clients, put them on out there. Put them on blast.
So for me, going back to like work being released, I drop a remix every Sunday for Spin Sundays. And then I would like to shout out 2 clients just from recent work for Seattle and here in Arizona. Seattle, I've done a few events with Columbia Tower Club. Beautiful place. I feel blessed every time I do an event with y'all. I appreciate you guys having me out. It's the top floor of the tallest building in the Pacific Northwest, so always grateful to pull up. And then I just did a wedding at a beautiful reception hall, White Diamond Reception Hall. So if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, and you looking to get married at a beautiful place, go check my page and hit up White Diamond Reception Hall because it's beautiful and it'll make it the best day of your life. Shout out.
Smooth. DJ Bossy B, what you got going?
Ooh, so for me, it's coming into wedding season, so your girl's gonna be booked and busy. Won't have very much time for bar and club gigs, but you know the weddings will be taking place, the corporate events. Want to shout out a couple different venues, of course, JW Marriott, because they always take care of me. Just finished the summer pool season out with the Monarch in Scottsdale. Shout out to you guys because we always have a good time. It's a vibe, it's a twerk, it's a throwback. I love it. Let me see, the Gila River Casinos, because they always take care of me again. Once again, love to DJ there. But yeah, you can check me on my socials, DJ Bossy B. I'm gonna get my SoundCloud back up because my SoundCloud's a little old, you know, gotta revamp that. So I'll get some mixtapes going for y'all. Oh, and shout out to Will Gamble with Strong Side Radio, because I used to do a lot of mixtapes with Strong Side Radio, and I just want to kind of big them up and thank you for the opportunity. I took some time off from that, but I'm gonna get back into the mixtape. So yeah.
Awesome. Now, I thank you guys for joining us here, and I want to get a few things from you guys before you go. What we really like to do is we like to give artists and creators and people who say are inspired by your story a little bit of advice, a tip that they can use to help propel them forward. So if you wouldn't mind, from each of you, I would like to know if you could dig into your history, your experience. What would you tell, say maybe a younger you, or if you've seen somebody and you like, that one got the gift, what would you give them as advice to help them to move along a path similar to yours?
Start with Bossy B.
Oh man, I would say especially for a female, it's a little bit different for a female, you know, coming into this industry, because it is a male dominated, you know, community. It's definitely more guys than girls doing this, but I am seeing more women come to the table when it comes to DJing and creating your, you know, your own vibe and your platform for yourself. So I would say don't turn down opportunities, even if it looks like it's not going to be a beneficial opportunity, or it looks like, oh, the money's not there. Still do it, because everything leads to something else. That's one thing I've kind of done to myself this year, is say that was my New Year's resolution, actually, was don't turn down any opportunities, even if it seems like some bum ass shit, if it seems like some shit that's not going to be, you know, conducive to what I'm trying to do. Sometimes that opens the door for another opportunity, and I've noticed that happen tremendously this year from me taking opportunity that I normally wouldn't have taken. So that would be my advice. Also, for new DJs coming into the industry of trying to do maybe bigger gigs that pay more money, like weddings and corporate and things like that, join the DJ companies. So if you know there's entertainment companies out there, there's a few on Indeed, there's multiple in AZ that will bring you in and train you sometimes if you don't have the experience, but that's definitely a great way to kind of get your foot wet and try to, you know, maybe bring in some more income, I would say, than you would normally get doing like maybe a bar gig. So yeah.
I like it. D-Spin.
For me, I'm going to relate it back earlier, because I was thinking about this when you talked about overcoming like a hurdle in the journey. First of all, for people getting into this field, you got to decide, is this just a hobby, or are you trying to make this like a hustle for real? Are you trying to really get into this and everything that comes with that? And then after you understand that, also understand there's two ways of getting into the game, because one side, people are just going to know people, so they get plugged in on the best clubs and whatever and didn't really do anything. But then on the other side, you know, I think back to being in Seattle and putting money up to get into a venue just to do that. But then if you stay down through that process and keep grinding, you know, flash forward, be on top of the tallest building in the city looking down at all the buildings that told you no. So
that was gangster.
so
Gangster.
so stay so stay dedicated, stay down.
That was gangster. I had to follow up with that. Oh, that was man. I have to follow that up. You could put that over there or something. Yeah. So I'm gonna say two things. What camera am I looking at? Because I'm really talking to somebody. I mean, or talking to people. What am I looking at? I'm looking at here. I'm looking at that camera. Okay. Do what you love to do. Period. I'm not just talking music. I'm talking life for real. So if you really love this music stuff, if you love this music culture and you want to add to the culture that helped raise you, then by all means, do what we do and all that. But if you don't love this stuff, you don't love this shit, leave it to somebody that loves it. Because the last thing I want to see is somebody that's perpetrating our culture and trying to use it for profit for their own personal gain. I'm not standing for that no more. I'm really not. And I'm going to be vocal about it. So do what you love to do. Don't do what you, if you don't love it, don't do it. So yeah, real DJs only. Like if you really trying to use this as a come up or you just trying to use it just so you can get the next shorty from Jaguars, don't do this shit. Please don't. And please don't. And then if you do love this stuff and you want to be a DJ, you want to get into music, you want to be an artist, all right, then guys, help me out if I'm wrong. Is this equation, what is it? Like preparation plus opportunity equals success. Am I right?
Facts.
I said it right? Okay.
Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good to us.
If
It connects.
We rocking with you.
If I'm wrong, comment below. But it was an equation like that. But preparation meets opportunity. That means stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah, that
Practice how to make a blend. Practice how to make a baby scratch. Practice how to make a technician scratch. You thinking that scratches are not important. No, scratches are important because it adds to the flair, it adds to the flavor. Practice on what music that you want to study on. You might want to study Bollywood today. You want to study piano tomorrow. You want to know what's the difference between piano and Afrobeats. The last gig I did at Archwood Exchange. Shout out to Archwood Exchange, by the way. That's another client I want to shout out. I did some type of club mix, and this girl came up and said, yo, I love your mix, but can I put you on? Sure. She now put me on to Brazilian funk. So I'm about to start doing some Brazilian funk and trying to see what's up with Brazil. Like practice. And then stay prepared and put yourself out there. And then I'm going to spin back around to Bossy. Take the opportunities once they're handed to you and kill them. Like DJ, like it's the last thing you ever will do. Because one day it will be.
Well, you heard it from the DJs themselves. Bossy was telling you, look, a year of yes can lead to a lifetime of your ability to tell people no. Yeah. We heard from DJ D Spin, who was like, listen, make a choice, commit, and then you'll be at the top looking down on those who wouldn't fuck with you at the bottom. And then we got DJ Benz Kai, who's like, listen, do what you love. Don't do what you just want to do for clout chasing or other superficial reasoning. Instead, practice, make it a part of your repertoire, make it something consistently that you're giving yourself to. All those I feel like are super solid pieces of advice that would help anybody who's serious about what they do make that their lifeblood. Turn that into something that they can actually stand on. And when they do it, they're standing on business. So that's amazing. That's awesome. If I can get from you incredible people, again, tell the people who you are and give them a way to connect with you online so that they can follow what you do, connect with you, hire you, book you, or maybe even get some more of these gems that you guys brought today to share.
I want to start with two things. First of all, before I introduce myself and we introduce my family members over here, first of all, follow SongLab for putting us on here. So SongLab. What is it? SongLab _ live?
SongLab Live. It's all one.
Live.
All one.
Correct me.
SongLab Live.
Live. Follow it. Now I said
on.
you
right now.
follow it. Why are you looking at me for? Follow it. Okay, now when you're done, follow Silk Soul Sessions.
Yes.
If I have to spell it, fine. I'll spell. No, should I spell it? Silk, SILK. Soul, SOUL. Sessions, SESSIONS. Reading is fundamental. Spell. Learn to go to school. Kids go to school. Silk Soul Sessions. Okay, follow that. That's how you're gonna know everything that's going on with us three. You know, the R&B nostalgic posts. We're gonna engage with every fan. You're gonna know the shows that we got coming up. We're gonna know all the podcast episodes. And then me, the DJ Benz. I'll not disappoint you.
100%.
That was fire. Great work. Yeah, definitely tap in. SongLab Live, Silk Soul Sessions, the DJ Benz, and then mine is DJ_D-Spin on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Definitely, if you are in the music field, regardless of genre, even making movies, making merch, you're just a creative, a hustler, whatnot, just DM, introduce yourself, and we'll be working together sooner or later for sure. Let's get connected.
Period.
Hell yeah.
And I'm DJ Bossy B, your girl from Cali once again. Just want to say, follow me on Instagram. That's my main platform at DJ Bossy B. I'm also on TikTok, DJ Bossy B. A little bit of shenanigans happening over there. I do need to step my game up though. I need to get my YouTube going. I need to get all the other things, things happening. But yeah, once again, no, shout out to you for having us here, Earl Feezy. Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And
it was only natural. It was natural. Like y'all first conversation, I was like, oh, hold up. I see them doing what they doing, and I'm like, look, we need a piece of that over here on SongLab.
Yes.
Look, people need to know.
Yes.
People need to know. So let's.
This is full circle because I actually came here when I first came to Arizona. Before we started doing Silk Soul, I came to this actual studio and saw this podcast room, and I was like, man, this would be dope to do a podcast in here. So this
manifested it.
it's full circle right here.
Well, this is a beautiful manifestation. I'm glad to be a part of it, and I'm glad that you guys have came together to show people that the DJ arena doesn't have to be so, cutthroat or, you know what I'm saying? Like you spoke about it. You can network, pass each other jobs. Share tastes in music, share new music. I think that's why they have the things like the DJ Coalition and which one are the ones you guys are a part of?
Southwest Alliance.
Southwest Alliance.
Core DJs.
Core DJs. These groups it's dope, but I have personally seen some, I don't know, issues between DJs and things like that. So I know it exists.
Yeah.
But you guys are showing a different side to the game. You guys are showing what you can do when you come together. So I'm excited to see what Silk Soul Sessions does and what you guys do in the future coming together. I mean, 3 powerhouses now is going to light up the city. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So beautiful what y'all
We're
doing.
gonna light up the city today. We're gonna light up the country tomorrow.
You feel me? You feel me?
We're gonna light up the world by next Friday.
Let's go.
Come on.
Let's
Feel me?
go.
Tap
You
in.
feel me?
And
100%.
if the aliens are watching, please don't mess me up. I gotta pay my rent on the first.
Oh no.
And it's gonna light up the world by next year.
But next year, we traveling there to light up their world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Look, I thank you guys for tuning in. I thank you guys for joining us. I thank y'all for coming through to give the stories, the information, and everything that y'all did. This has been an awesome occasion. Listen, stay tuned in to SongLab Live. We're going to keep bringing you people that have so much to give. I mean, we are creators. This is what we do. So, look, thank you for joining us. Follow, subscribe, share, do all of those things if you haven't, and follow the people that we bring to you because we're going to keep doing our best to bringing you the best. And that's what it is, SongLab Live. So let's go.
Love.
See terrorism when you were saying all that. I was gonna say terrorism out loud.
Terrorist.
Yeah, we're gonna light up the city. We're gonna light up the country. Then we're gonna light up the world.
Now he's on a no-fly list.
TSA's tapping in.
All right, Trump, they're gonna stop me.
Yo, if you didn't know, SongLab Live is back. So follow us. Check us out. We got new podcasts, new interviews, plenty more content to share. Thank you very much.